has been a rumor floated that Russia was somehow involved in the Hamas attacks on Israel this weekend. Here are my thoughts. Clearly there is a lot of sympathy for Israel and Ukraine. Not only are there some amazing Israelis fighting and dying for Ukraine, but of course the president is Jewish. On Monday, Zelensky was quick to condemn Hamas for its surprise assault on Israel and likened the attack to Russia's invasion of his own country. In a speech to NATO, he also criticized Iran for its support of Hamas and Moscow, which is completely fair. For every conspiracy theorist blaming the world's woes on America, you can find Iran on the other side of the coin actually meddling and doling out the tools needed to kill. It is the second speech that the president has delivered in support of Israel since Hamas's incursion. In another sign of the Ukrainian government's strong backing for Israel, electronic billboards in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, were lit with the Israeli flag on Sunday night. Zelensky said that Hamas and Moscow were the same evil, and the only difference is that there is a terrorist organization that attacked Israel, and here is a terrorist state that attacked Ukraine. If the world unites whenever someone takes women hostage and condemns the children of another nation, terror will have no allies, he said in a speech delivered by video link to a meeting in Copenhagen of the NATO Parliamentary Assembly. The intentions declared are different, but the essence is the same. You see it in the same blood on the streets, he said. His discourse was consistent with a wider aim, pursued by Zelensky since Moscow launched its full-scale invasion, of setting his war in the context of global struggles for freedom and independence. Whilst it's obvious that Iran is involved in this, is Russia? Clearly there are massive benefits to Russia. The world's Ukrainian focus, which was already waning heavily, has been shifted to Israel. This is only going to make fundraising even harder, with the latest aid package tied up in the American Congress and unlikely to be released soon, if ever. This whole affair runs the risk of pushing Ukraine into the corner of people's minds and no man's land where their ability to resist will be massively affected. I have been banging on for a long time that the only way Russia wins is if the world gives up on Ukraine. The situation in Israel is the perfect catalyst. The barbaric nature of the attack has people transfixed. What's more, this situation has been ongoing for decades, so it doesn't promise a quick end. Cleverly, the Israeli PM has told the world that his country is now at war. Whilst the attack was undoubtedly evil, I wouldn't call this a war. There is going to be a response to an attack, but when the Israeli army gets moving, Hamas won't be able to stop it. There is not going to be a heroic defense of Gaza. It's simply not possible. There was an attack, there will be a response, and then the status quo will revert. Calling it a war generates sympathy and support. It's a marketing ploy, it's politics. All it does is to cheapen the word and an actual war currently underway in Ukraine. Despite the Russian benefits associated with the attack, I don't think Hamas needed help in coming up with this dumb idea. This act of immolation was all they're doing. Yes, Iran helped. But this was all them. The nature of the attacks, the absolute hate I saw in those videos and pictures is not something Putin could have made up or influenced. No, this was a carnal, animalistic reaction to historical slights, and all it did was to highlight just how evil man can be to man. In conclusion, it would only have taken Putin sliding into the Ayatollah's DMs for something to happen, and yet I am not convinced. It wasn't Russia, it didn't need to be, so sit back and enjoy yourself, Vlad. This is a freebie from Hamas that will undoubtedly benefit you.